Paul George has a shoe, but Nikola Jokic doesn't. How does that make sense? Only 10 of the 342 players that Nike endorse have signature shoes. These people are Giannis Antetokounmpo, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Paul George, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, Zion Williamson, Chris Paul, and Russell Westbrook.
I'm editing right now, and I just realized I left Jason Tatum out and his shoe. But, yeah, here you go.
Nike didn't choose these players for no reason. There are 3 things that Nike look for in their players that they choose to give signature shoes to: on-court performance, a fun style of play to watch, and the ability to be a global icon. This is why I think they gave Ja another chance and not Kyrie. Ja still has the chance to become the face of the league one day and become more and more popular, unlike Kyrie Irving. Now, why does this affect Jokic and why he doesn't get a signature shoe? Well, his style of play to people who don't come and watch the game that often isn't that exciting. Think of players like Steve Nash or Tim Duncan. Steve Nash's style of play wasn't that exciting to people who are coming to watch basketball for one of the few times that they do, because he mostly passed it and he shot it, and that's about it. And at the time when he played it, maybe now you think it's crazy. You think, why would I even think he's so boring? People nowadays like Trae Young and people like Steph, Dame, they almost only shoot. But this was before Steph came along and changed the game. This guy, like, that style of play, pretty boring. And the reason why he's a Hall of Famer is because of his passing. Yeah, his shooting plays into it, but it's mostly the passing. And Tim Duncan, he had a shoe. But here's the thing. I bet that you're probably not one of the few people who actually knew that. You probably didn't know he had a shoe. And this is because it was very difficult to push it out there. Want to know why? It's because of his style of play. Or at least that's why I believe. He was known as Mr. Fundamentals. And who goes into a game, or who goes and watches a game as someone who doesn't watch that often and goes, wow, that was fundamental. No, like, if you don't watch basketball that often, you probably won't even understand basketball fundamentals. This is why players like Steve Nash and Tim Duncan probably don't have shoes, or do, and they're not that popular. Now there's one other possible reason to why he might not be given a shoe yet. The other reason might be because he's from Serbia. He's not from America. And people who aren't from America before they get to the league aren't that known in, well, America. And not only that, it's not like Victor Wembanyama. He's not coming into the league as this generational talent, because in his case, everybody knows who he is. Jokic, he was the 41st pick of the draft. So nobody really knew who he was leading up to the draft, besides some big guy that pretty much only scouts knew, who could barely do a push-up. And he fell super late into the draft. So nobody knows who he was. And for people who become all-stars, MVPs, all-NBAs, win championships, win finals MVP, if they're going to have their own shoe, they need to get their name out there. Like players like Luka. He went and did a Dude Perfect video, he got his face out there, he's on socials, and sure enough, he has his own shoe by Nike. And even though when you think of this next player, you don't right away think of, oh, he's not from America, is Joel Embiid. Yeah, he's not from America, or yeah, you don't think he's from America right away. But still, he came and he got his name out there, and now he has a shoe. Not with Nike, it's with Under Armour. But most of these brands, they look for similar players. Some people say maybe because he's from Denver, and not born there, but that's where he plays, obviously. But Luka, he's from Texas, he's from Dallas, and that's a slightly bigger area. That's why he got offers like from Dude Perfect, and so it's easier to get his name out there. But let's be real, he's a 2-time MVP. He just won his first championship, and he won Finals MVP. There's no way, I'm sorry, there's no way that he didn't get one single offer. Even at away games, he's had to get at least one offer. Through all of this though, I do really think the first reason is a lot more likely than the second. The second one about where he came from and all of that and where he lives now, I feel like isn't fully a real reason. It could be, but I feel like the first one is most likely. Now, kind of talking about the second one again, except this time, you know what? Let's talk about someone who puts their face out there way too much. And you might be able to guess who this is. And you know what? You should go watch this video. We're going to talk about it. And we're also going to talk about Victor Wembanyama, how he's going to do with the Spurs, assuming he gets drafted. But let's be real, he's going to get drafted to the Spurs. So you better like, you better subscribe, or else I won't be happy. Please, please make me happy. All right, I'll see y'all next time.